I uncovered the truth about my boyfriend's secret girls, and what he did after still scares me. At first, I thought the worst part was the lying, but the real nightmare was who he became once I stopped letting him get away with it. He didn't just cheat, he ran a rotation, switching between girls like it was a hobby, acting like he was some misunderstood genius, while talking down to me every time I asked for honesty. The day I confronted him about leaving me undelivered for 12 hours while meeting another girl just to smoke, he smirked. That cold, arrogant smirk he used when he wanted me to feel small, and said I was lucky he was patient because no one else would deal with me. That line alone should have been my sign. After I went abroad, the mask dropped completely. He was high all day, snapping at me, guilt-tripping me for being too emotional, and pretending he was some loyal boyfriend while juggling 3 girls behind my back. When I tried to talk about it, he flipped every situation, made me apologize for things he caused, and whispered that I was obsessed, paranoid, clingy, whenever I noticed something off. I know it sounds stupid I stayed, but at that point, I was stuck in a loop of trying to fix things he was breaking on purpose. I get how this looks now, but back then, I thought I loved him. The final straw came when one of the girls he was playing with sent me screenshots. Not just flirting full manipulation, promises, lies, him calling me crazy to make himself look like a victim. He had told her that I was unstable, dangerous, and that he was trying to get away from me safely. He built this whole fake story just to look like a hero. At that point, something in me snapped. When I confronted him, he didn't apologize. He threatened, calmly, like he had rehearsed it. He said he'd ruin my reputation, he'd make sure nobody believed me, and that he had people who would back him up. He even said he'd make my life a nightmare when I came back. That's when I started recording everything, the calls, the threats, the messages, every single manipulation attempt, every fake story he told. I kept it because something in my gut told me I'd need it. 2 weeks later, the karma started. One of the girls realized he had lied to her too and posted a long message on social media exposing everything. The rotation, the cheating, the manipulation, the way he talked about us behind our backs. It exploded. Screenshots everywhere, people tagging him, comment sections flaming his behavior. He tried to message me in panic, but I didn't answer. Then came the real hit. He showed up at my place, angry as hell, banging on the door and yelling like he owned me. What he didn't know was that I was already on the phone with the police. When he kept shouting threats and kicking the door, they arrived fast. He tried to play calm, but the officers asked to see our message history, and I had everything saved. Every threat, every manipulation, every attempt to intimidate me. They told me his behavior wasn't just toxic. It legally counted as harassment and intimidation. They arrested him right there. No dramatic struggle, just cold cuffs and a stunned look when he realized he wasn't untouchable. Now he has a restraining order, mandatory counseling, and a record that will follow him for years. And I heard through someone else that his family made him move out of the area because nobody wanted to deal with the mess he created. I'm not celebrating his downfall, but I'd be lying if I said it didn't bring closure. After everything he did, karma didn't miss it, just took its time lining up the shot.